Hello again, and welcome to another showcase on Dark Souls 3. So, you want to be an outrider? Well, you have to be pretty hot-headed. Trick question, you can't be hot-headed, they're ice people. Yes, the outriders are a weird bunch of people. They only spawn once per playthrough, like in their areas. And they're really pain in the ass to kill too. All that frost damage and that. Weird. Frost damage is something native only to Dark Souls 3. There's none in the first two or even Demon Souls, only here in Dark Souls 3, but so very few weapons feature it. So let's cover one of those weapons now. Today's weapon is the Irithyll Straight Sword. I believe I pronounced that right. Yeah, Irithyll. Yeah. Anyway, you can get this fairly early in the game too, like first third of your playthrough. Description reads, a straight sword bestowed upon the Outrider Knights of the Boreal Valley. This weapon is enshrouded in frost, causing frostbite. Every Outrider Knight one day devolves into a beast, constantly hounded by Apollif Sullivan's black eyes. So yeah. The skill is the plain old stance, or shared across almost every sword in the game. While on stance, use a normal attack to break a foe's guard from below, and a strong attack slash upwards as a forward lunge. Boring. Visually, the sword is quite something to see. Its constantly has frost flaking off of it, and it looks like it's made entirely of ice. Really aesthetic looking, really pretty, and unique. Although, I think it'll kill your frame rate in some areas where it's already hard enough on the consoles. But oh well. Stat-wise, going off physical, wow, we actually got quite a bit of physical there. A lot more than the standard beginner weapon, and quite a bit of bonus damage too. Speaking of bonus damage, the trigger bonus almost must be in the braille pretty much going out to a C at this point. Because it's all that bonus damage. Pretty much attribute requirements is you need a 12 strength and 14 dexterity. On top of all that, the additional effects, as the sword mentioned earlier in Zavai, got frost. Which is pretty much you keep hitting someone and you get frostbitten. Though I don't think any of my enemies will live long enough for that effect to take hold. Mainly probably work on bosses. The stance is the plain old sword stance, and the weight is fairly low for what it does. So yes, all around, very good weapon. Got solid attack, you gotta get that extra frostbitten, working against bosses and even PvP if you use it. The trigger bonus, well, it will become a C, I'm fairly certain. And it doesn't take that much stats to wield even. So overall, pretty solid weapon that you can wield pretty early in the game. Let's see how it works in the animation section. For animations, the basic attack is the plain old sword swing. You have the plain sword jab and upward lunge for power attack. Two-handed swing, plain attack, is the plain old-fashioned downward and upward lunge. Power attack is the plain sideways lunge, so all the sword basic animations that you can get from a plain longsword, including the plain longsword stance for the normal attack and then the power attack. Sprinting the quick sideways lunge. Upgrade-wise, this weapon does take Twinkling Titanite, not surprising given its nature. So that means you have very few upgrades, but Twinkling Titanite is rare. Or expensive. And sure enough, I was right. Second upgrade, you get that strength attribute up. So that's why I have so much damage coming out of this. And we can see in the final upgrade, you get quite a bit of damage there. You doubled your bonus damage, which is nice. However, since this is Twinkling Titanite upgraded, it cannot be infused, which is unfortunate. That is going to be a con. So how well does it do in the field? Well, your sparkling little sword is actually quite powerful. Let's first test the Backstab. Oh boy, 440 from plain sword? Damn, that's a lot. That is a lot. I was expect that from like bigger weapons. So overall, the damage is actually quite high. I may not be making my enemies frostbitten, but it's besides the point. You need a power attack. are still quite powerful. Not powerful enough to kill this guy in 2 hits, but good enough to kill him in 3 hits, even with his shield up. Against larger foes, I don't expect this thing to break any shields or anything. It's still just a plain animation the size of a plain sword. But in terms of damage-wise, it is quite very, very powerful. It doesn't outshine some of the bigger weapons in the game, but for its size, it's more than impressive. Easily gets the job done in most sections of the game. I think you only get this pretty early in the game too, right after Undead Settlement. But how's it supposed to work against the Black Knight? Well, Black Knights are a bunch of assholes. So killing them easily is always a nice bonus for me. But man, that back damage, 410. Most weapons barely go above 350. That speaks for itself in that regard. Awesome. It's quick, it's powerful, and has good back attack damage. Unusually so. That's a good thing. For the pros and cons of the Irithyll Straight Sword, on the pro side we got the frostbite damage, also a strong back attack for some reason, and the sword's pretty nimble, for pretty much being a straight sword. Now, on con side, we have rather boring animations. Nothing special there. Also, the weapon cannot be infused, which is unfortunate as well, given that twinkling titanite. Anyway, the score for the Irithyll Straight Sword. Damage I'll give 9 out of 10. It did plenty of damage, but still can't outshine the biggest weapons in the game, but it comes close. Reach, 5 out of 10, for being the average length of a straight sword. Animations, 3 out of 10. It would get a 1 if it wasn't acquired early in the game. Bonus, 8 out of 10, for having rather strong strength and a little bit of dexterity from what I can tell. Misc, 8 out of 10. Since you find it early in the game, it takes not much to use, and it's pretty damn powerful. So in total, I think it's 35 out of 50. I'm going to call it exceptional. Really nice for how early you get this in the game. Like, I wish I used it in the beginning of the game, because I initially shied over. It's like, I don't need it. But I wish I did. It would outshine my longsword I was using at the time. By far. So those damn old Outriders. Not only do they have awesome armor, they have awesome weapons too. This one is pretty cool. I do like this weapon. Like I said, it could possibly kill your frame rate in some areas, but to be honest, I haven't had a problem wielding it in most areas of the game. It's just a superstition by me. I didn't add it as a con because I had no proof of it. But no matter, still awesome looking. You'll be very happy to use it, that's for sure, against most enemies. But that's been Showcase for today. I thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Take care.